What's up, everyone? Welcome to MIGGZPLAYZ. Welcome, Kick, to the family. I've been streaming this whole. I'm new to Kick. This is the first video ever on Kick, but I did a little test stream earlier and it worked. So now we can get into the things that we want to talk about, right? I've been streaming for the longest time on Twitch and YouTube. I decided to move over to Kick, relatively fresh platform. It's very similar to Twitch. It's not a lot of changes, but there's a bit more of like in the aspect of like it's a fresh platform, so new people are moving into it, and usually fresh platforms do very well. Look at this one hair that I have over here. This is kind of crazy, right? So for those of you on Kick that don't know what I do, I am a music producer and mixing engineer from South Florida. I specialize in doing like progressive rock and metal and stuff like that. I also done pop and synthwave, and I've pretty much done a little bit of orchestration, a little bit of things everywhere. So that's pretty much what I do. So on this podcast, on MIGGZPLAYZ, what I do is that I interview music artists from all genres. It's not really an interview. I like to call it the informal podcast for noise, because sometimes I do ask some really derp questions. I have my cat's hair all over me. I was playing with her earlier. Yes. Disgusting. Anyway, so yeah, and that's what we do. We have fun. I ask some dumb questions, and I sometimes make them dance. We've already had Brett Larson from Version 8. We've had Atlas Neon and synthwave, dubstep, pop, EDM, trance house producer from Texas, and we've also reviewed a new single from the band Vibes from California. It's not out yet, but they gave me the honor of reviewing it first, so that's what I'm here to do. Let me get rid of this coming soon thing over here. And today I'm going to do a little bit of stream talking about my project, right? So before I actually talk about the project, this is the artwork. I want you guys to check this out. This looks fucking phenomenal. Like, this was done by an artist from California that was recommended to me by the guys from the band Vibes. Aaron, shout out to Aaron. And they recommended me to go to this guy. His name is Nick Freddy. And man, let me tell you, I am very happy with how this looks. This came out sick. Like, the colors, everything matches for a thing. So now everybody's asking, what the hell is Oceans of Tartaria? Oceans of Tartaria is my prog metal project. It's prog rock, prog metal. There's a little bit of an element of synth in it, so there is a little bit of like artificial sounds and stuff like that. So a little experimental, more like on the progressive jet side of things. But it's pretty much whatever the fuck I want it to be. So let's be honest. But it's influenced by progressive rock and metal. Just to name a few, because if I get too nitpicky, then we're gonna be here talking about a lot of genres, like everything, right? But yeah, I'm stoked on how this came out, man. Like the colors, how the pyramids look. Like I asked him, I'm like, man, the whole concept is Oceans of Tartaria, which is like this ancient civilization that everybody says it's a myth, whatever the fuck. And it was discovered that Russia has the original maps from the period where Tartaria was represented. So it's not really a myth anymore. Like, people know that it's out there. It was out there. So he went deep into like the history of Tartaria, and it overlaps a little bit with Egypt. So that's where this came from. I'm very happy with it. If you guys want to hit up Nick, let me get his IG over here. Where is it? Here we go. All right, this is Nick's IG. Everyone must metal at at everyone must metal IG. I got his QR code set up over here. This is his QR code. If you guys want to go check him out, man, let me tell you, I'm awesome. He has great pricing depending on what you want to do. It'll cost you more if it's more stuff, but dude, great pricing, great guy. It took him like 2 weeks to get the artwork out, which is pretty crazy for the level of detail that's in that. And yeah, man, that's Nick, man. That's Nick. He's done a few. I'm going to show you a few of his examples. So this is all stuff that he's done. I'm assuming he's done this stuff for other artists. Let me see if I can make the screen a little bit wider. No, that doesn't work. Let's see. Let's make it. I mean, that's as good as it's gonna get. So, as you can tell, yeah, he's done like, he does flyers and all that stuff, band logos and whatever you could think of. I think he is part of a band. I don't know. I haven't really talked to him personally, just outside of paying him as commissioning him to make the artwork for my project. But dude, awesome work. Go hit up Nick. He's the guy to talk to. So we're gonna go back to Oceans of Tartaria. I love it so much that I put it as my wallpaper. I might actually tell him to make the logo for Migs Plays because I want to get a logo where it's like a dragon playing a guitar. Because I think that'd be pretty fucking cool. Like cool. So let me add this back over here. So why did I choose the name Oceans of Tartaria? I don't know. It was just something that it just came to me. Like I've for the longest time I've looked into like I like ancient stories of like lost civilizations like Atlantis and stuff like that. So the name partially came from my interest in that aspect, especially listening to people like Graham Hancock and stuff like that. So it really inspired me to like be like, okay, Oceans of Tartaria is really like cool. Plus, it also ties in like how I play guitar. I do a lot of like Arabic stuff on the guitar, like Arabic scales. Shout out to Jeff Loomis. So it kind of like tied into like the sound of what I was going for along with the name and the title. It's super like proggy. Like it's like the song titles are like fucking 5 words. It's something that's like it's highly artistic, put it that way, and conceptual. So that's kind of where like I led with the name because I do have a few songs. I've already written about 4 or 5 songs for the project, and I have some features coming vocally on it. Some of it is going to be instrumental. Some of it I'm going to have featured vocals because some of the songs are more structured in a way, so they're more like A B C A B, kind of like that structure. But they still have an element of prog to them. So like, but you can still sing, right? Some of the songs that I have are like 6 7 minutes long, and they're like it's just super fucking out there. Like, so what I might do is that I might release the singles in 2 ways. So like I might do the vocal one first and then release the instrumental after. Just because I know a lot of the prog bands do that. One of my favorite bands, North Lane, they did that with their album Singularity, and that was just sick. I love that album. That's like one of my favorite albums from that style. It's just like it's so sick. What else? Obviously like Architects and stuff like that. I like their new stuff. I like their older stuff. So it's inspired by that. It's also inspired a little bit by a little bit of world music. So I like Indian music. Like their rhythms are very like it's not your typical 4/4 or 3/4 that you hear in like merengue and stuff like that. No, it's like 5/4 7/4 music. It's very complex. So I like the sound of Indian instruments and how they interact and how like everything comes together to make like this complex rhythm. So there's a little bit of that tied into it as well. At least with the stuff that I have written right now, the 4 songs that I'm in, actually 5 because I started one today. It never ends. It's like once you go down the rabbit hole of writing things, it just never stops, right? So yeah, this is gonna be like my this is my baby. This is gonna be the for a long time I put off doing rock and progressive music because I had an experience that kind of like put me off on doing it. But now I'm back, motherfuckers. So that none of the music from that project was ever released except one, and it was just kind of like, well, what the fuck, I spent a lot of time doing this shit. But I'm not using anything from that project. This is all like fresh stuff that I have written over the last month. Yes, I've gotten 4 songs on the last month. Some of the things I have to go back and I have to like do a little bit of more editing to it because sometimes I like to the way that I write music is I'll have an idea in my head of what I want it to sound like, and then I'll play it on the guitar, or I'll figure out, with the keyboard, whatever the fuck what I'm doing. And then when I have like all these riffs that kind of like individual, they tie into each other some way, then I go back and I start messing around with transitions and I start adding pads and synths and all that funky stuff. So, that can extend a song that's like 3 minutes long into like 5 6 minutes easily. And sometimes writing new parts that I think of all the time as I'm writing it. So it's been like a nice it's been nice getting back into playing guitar really. It's not like I ever like really stopped. I've always kind of played it, but I only pick up the guitar when I want to write music. I don't really pick it up to like practice. I'm not one of those guys that just like sits there and like plays scales all day. Like I don't know. So I play more just to like write music. I don't when I hit record. That's pretty much when I play guitar. That's my practice, right? I'll sit down there for like an hour or 2 hours trying to figure out one fucking riff and then play it once in a song. that's that's my level of competence with the instrument, right? It's not like I'm not like a music theory guy. I don't really like. I know obviously tempo and like BPMs and like sonically what makes sense and what I want to hear, but wouldn't be able to tell you like, oh, this song is in this key or this song I'm playing this scale or I'm playing this mode. I have no idea. I know I know the intervals on the guitar. I know what I'm playing on the keyboard, what I'm doing on the bass. It makes sense. It sounds good to me in a way how I want it to sound, but I don't know the technicalities of what I'm doing. So, but it's going to be a very interesting thing, just like breaking my head trying to figure out what the fuck I am doing. So yeah, that's what that kind of ties in. So that's a little bit of Oceans of Tartaria. I have a few featured singers that are working on the lyrics right now, and a couple of them I'm going to. One of the guys is actually not from Florida. He's from I think he's from Colorado. So I'm waiting for them to finish writing the lyrics, and then we're going to be recording here in my studio. So I did make an IG page for Ocean Tartaria, which yeah, the only reason why I did it, and now that I said that, let me go grab the IG page. The only reason why I made the IG page is because the name wasn't taken. Like nobody had it. Like you could put Tartaria and nothing comes up on IG. But let me get it over here. Oh, where is it? Where is it? No, Steven, no. Oh, I'm on the wrong profile. I gotta condense everything down to like one. Like seriously. All right, so here we go. All right. Where is the thing in my face? You're gonna see it flashing because it's just being weird. Let's go here. Uh. Okay, guys. So let me share this page over here with you guys. Let me take this music off. All right, so this is the Oceans of Tartaria IG. It's literally just Oceans of Tartaria. That's the only reason why I took it, because I'm like, well, I wasn't going to make a separate IG profile. Like I really wasn't going to do it. I was going to leave it like as just like an extension of MIGGZPLAYZ. But I'm like, well, if the name is not taken, I might as well do it now in case in the future like something does happen with the project, where because I am planning on playing this music live, at least just guitar, because the symphonic stuff is just I'm not going to be able to do that. But I'm planning on playing this stuff instrumentally live. It's not like super guitar techie nerd music, but rhythmically it makes sense. So if I have singers coming on the track, I could have them on stage, or I could use it as playback or whatever the fuck. I could play around with this however I want. So it's pretty much just a PA, me and my guitar, and I am planning on playing this music live. So I'm like, well, I know that some people would just like to follow the project, and because the name is not taken on IG or like anywhere else, it's Oceans. Like nobody has this. So I'm like, you know what? I'll take the name and I'll make the IG profile. So there it is. If you guys want to follow it, go ahead. We're gonna, I'm planning on releasing some stuff soon. What I'm doing right now is that I'm working on some instrumental tracks to kind of like build up into the vocal stuff when the guys are ready, because some of the songs are like really complex. So vocally, it's going to take a little bit of time for them to come up with like melodies and stuff that they want to do. Some of them require like growls and screams and stuff like that. All these guys know how to do this. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with the project. So that's what I'm doing. So if you guys know any vocalists that are fantastic, whatever, regardless on their field, send me some of their music. I want to hear their voice, and I would love to write some music around it. This is the way that I see it is like, they're like it's my project, but at the same time, I like to feature artists on it that I feel like are very good in their field vocally, or even like guitar players. I have a track that I'm planning on writing with one of my friends, awesome guitar player here from South Florida. And we're planning on doing some shit. He was here the other day, and every time like he plays the guitar, I'm just like, oh shit, like I just start playing some shit. He's a good rhythm guitar player, and he's also a great lead guitar player. So like when he does, I'm not a lead player. I'm not very good at doing leads. I'm not like fast or anything, but he is, and he comes up with some really crazy shit, and I'm like, oh fuck, let's add some rhythm behind it. And then we start fucking around. So we have some things coming up. that are going to be very interesting in the works with that. So I'm probably going to release the instrumental stuff first, the stuff that's purely instrumental, and then from there, I am going to be working on the vocal stuff because I still have to mix that stuff. It takes a little bit more time, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much the project, guys. So thank you guys if you guys watch this video. I don't have anybody chatting with me because this is kind of like one of those offbeat videos that I just made. Just because I don't want to take up like a whole Monday or Friday when I'm talking to artists to talk about this stuff. So I rather just do it on a day where I'm not doing it. And yeah, guys, yeah, if you guys want to go check out Oceans of Tartaria, go follow it. I'm debating on whether or not I should make a Spotify because there are visual things that I want to do with this. So it might just be strictly like a YouTube project. I don't know. I'm still kind of playing with that. I don't know if I'm going to put it on Spotify. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. So that's that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still debating. Like I don't like Spotify is great because a lot of people have it. A lot more people have YouTube, and most of the people that I know that have YouTube, they listen to their music on YouTube. Very few people that I know play their music on Spotify, unless they're like in the car. So like for that, it would kind of make sense. But I might just do both. Just upload the music onto Spotify. It never hurts, right? And it's very easy. You know, just DistroKid, upload the music to Spotify, and that's it. It's all good. And then for the more visual stuff, I'll go ahead and I'll do it on YouTube. But I think YouTube is going to be more of the focus for this because I want to make like some guitar playthrough videos and some conceptual stuff. You know, I have the camera for it. I have a friend of mine who's also a great videographer, and we can collab and make some really cool shit out of it. So we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely one of those things. It's like it's starting slow, but I have the songs already recorded. I'm just waiting for vocals, so it's definitely coming soon. So if you guys want to follow it ahead of time, please go ahead, Oceans of Tartaria IG, and go pick that out. Or if you guys have my Instagram, just go to my Instagram. It's right on my bio link there. So yeah, guys. With that being said, thank you for watching this offbeat episode that has nothing to do with anything. Well, I mean, it does have to do with the music, right? But thank you guys. Thank you guys for checking me out. Tomorrow I'm trying to see if I can get an artist. He has a very complicated schedule, so I'm trying to see if I can move someone over for tomorrow. If not tomorrow, we're just gonna chat and talk about whatever music stuff is coming up. And then we'll move from there. I don't know. Share with me some bands. I'll love to check out some bands. We might even check out some local bands. So yeah, we'll see what we do tomorrow, Monday. And I'm kind of like dating this video a little bit, but whatever. I do things live because it's just more fun and it makes me think more. So fuck it, it is what it is. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching this random episode of Migs Plays and sharing a little bit of the story of the project Oceans of Tartaria. I hope you guys have had an awesome week, and I will catch you guys tomorrow live here at 8 o'clock, hopefully with an artist, if not with some cool jam. So take care, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.